Alright, you lot, we need to talk about a debate so heated it makes modern warfare lobbies sound like a Sunday church choir. Are skilled players being unfairly demonised just for being good? Or are some of these so-called sweats turning casual matches into the personal punching bags? Let's break it all down. But before we get started, don't forget to like, subscribe and all that bollocks. It helps the channel grow. And more importantly, it keeps me ranting about gaming nonsense for your entertainment. Right, let's set records straight. Being a tryhard is not a bad thing. If old, it's a sign of respect for the game. You're putting in effort, actually playing objective, learning mechanics and improving your skills. Ain't that old bloody point to competitive game? But no, apparently if you're trying to win, suddenly you're a villain. Ugh, you're trying too hard. Yeah? And what are you doing? Running around like headless chicken, refusing to adapt? And then mourning when you lose? That's on you, mate. Proper tryhard don't cheat, don't exploit, don't camp in a corner like a little goblin waiting for an easy kill. They're out there grinding, putting in work, and actually giving a damn about playing well. You know what's funny? If you watch sports, you'd never say this. Imagine telling a footballer, "Oi, mate, stop trying to score goals, you sweaty bastard," or shouting at an F1 driver, "Bro, why are you taking racing line properly? Just drive casually, man." It'd sound like a complete twonk. But in gaming, apparently effort is offensive. Real problem is that people lump tryhards in with sweats, as if they're the same thing. But they're not. Tryhards play to win, respect game, improve the skills and grind ranked. Sweaty Twonks exploit broken mechanics, reverse boost to stomp noobs, and ruin casual lobbies. Massive difference. People hate tryhards cause they expose casual players lack of effort. Instead of thinking, damn, maybe I should improve, they go for easy excuse. Oh, you're just a sweaty loser. Nah, mate, you just don't like losing. And let's be real, if you're in a competitive game mode, what else do you expect? If I load into a ranked match, I'm not there for a laugh. I'm there to win. But if that upsets you, maybe gaming ain't for you. But here's where I'll be fair. There's a difference between playing properly and being a fun sponge. A proper tryhard plays smart, learns mechanics, and competes fairly. Sweaty Goblin abuses every broken mechanic to get an easy win. If I drop shot you cause I've trained my reactions, that's fair play. If I slide cancel across map like a cracked out kangaroo exploiting movement bugs, that's the problem. And that's issue. Tryhards earn the wins. Sweats just cheat the system. So next time you're about to call someone a sweaty tryhard, ask yourself, are they just better than you? Or are they actually exploiting broken mechanics? Because if it's first done, maybe you just need to improve. See, real problem, sweaty goblins who ruin casual lobbies just for their own ego. These are ones who don't actually want a fair fight. They want easy lobbies where they can stomp on low-skilled players and pretend they're gods at game. They'll actually exploit any busted mechanic, abuse every broken meta loadout, and do whatever it takes to ensure they never actually have to compete against players at their level. And what's worse part? They aren't even that good. A sweaty twonk will do all to avoid an actual challenge. Reverse boosting, deliberately tanking the stats to get placed in bot lobbies, abusing broken loadout, only using most overpowered guns before they get patched, exploit hunting, finding every movement glitch, camera break, cheesy trick to avoid real fates, casual lobby farming, sweating their asses off in non-ranked matches just so they can farm kills on players who aren't even trying. These players are so fragile they'd rather exploit matchmaking than actually test themselves against decent opponents. And yet they're ones who scream loudest when they finally get matched against someone who can fight back. Ever notice that? Moment they get into a sweaty lobby, suddenly it's game's fault. Oh my god, SBMM is ruining game. Nah mate, you just aren't as good as you thought you were when you're not dunking on casuals. Here's real issue. These sweats at reason casual gaming's turning into a nightmare. They force SBMM to be more aggressive. Why? Because devs have to counteract stat padding sweats who farm casuals. They make public matches miserable. Because instead of casual fun, every lobby turns into a survival horror experience. They drain fun out of gaming. Because nobody enjoys being spawn trapped by a meta chasing stat farmer. At the end of the day, there's a massive difference between being good at a game and being an exploit hunting, lobby abusing sweatlord. Good players want fair competition. Sweaty Twonks just want easy kills and fake sense of superiority. And that's a real problem. Here's a tech that gets thrown around way too often. If you're good at a game, just play rank. Oh yeah? And what if I just want to play with my mates? What if I'm knackered after work and just want to hop on for a few casual matches without sweating my ass off in a competitive environment? Am I supposed to be banned from casual lobbies just because I actually know how to play a game properly? That's nonsense. Let's break this down. Ranked play is not always the solution. Sometimes it's too stressful, too sweaty, or just plain unenjoyable. People play casual modes for a reason, to unwind. Not everyone is going full tryhard 24/7. Just cause someone's good don't mean they're playing at 100% effort all the time. Even pros have chill sessions. Games should match people based on mode, not skill. If it's a competitive mode, then fine, match people with similar skills. But if it's a casual playlist, why are we acting like some players don't belong? Idea that casual play should be skill-gated is just a quote from players who don't want to improve. Instead of saying, let's get better, they'd rather say, let's ban good players from casual lobbies. And that's weak. Now let's be fair, the reason this argument even exists is cause of SBMM. Casual players are frustrated cause SBMM turns every match into a ranked sweatfest. So instead of relaxed lobbies, they end up facing high skilled players anyway. But guess what? That's not fault of good players. That's fault of Broken Matchmaking system. If casual lobbies weren't treated like unofficial ranked matches, nobody'd care if good players were in them. But instead, SBMM forces people into Sweatfest where every match feels like a tournament final. This is why old school matchmaking were better. It gave everyone a mix of experiences. Sometimes you'd dominate, sometimes you'd get destroyed, and that were fine. So should players be forced into ranked? Absolutely not. That's a lazy fix for a problem caused by bad matchmaking and entitled players who don't want to improve. Here's what should happen. Separate casual and competitive play properly. Let casual mode be relaxed and let ranked be true skill test. Tone down SBMM in public lobbies. Stop making every match feel like CDL finals. Encourage skill growth, not punish it. Good players shouldn't have to apologise for being good. At the end of the day, gaming should be about having fun and improving. Forcing skilled players into rank just cause the good is a terrible solution to a much bigger problem. So now big question, can online gaming actually be fixed? Or are we doomed to suffer through SBMM hellscape, reverse boosting twonks, and casual lobbies filled with players too fragile to handle a little competition? Step 1. Rework SBMM. Stop making casual feel like ranked. SBMM was supposed to help casual players, but all it's done is forced everyone to sweat 24/7. Casual lobbies should have mixed skill level. You win some, you lose some. That's how it used to be and it worked fine. Ranked should be competitive proving ground. If you're serious about competition, go there, but stop treating every casual match like it's bloody CDL final. Loosen SBMM for public matches. If casual players want easier lobbies, answer ain't forcing good players out, it's removing every match must be fair mindset. Back in day, gaming were unpredictable. Sometimes you dominate, sometimes you get dunked on. That's what made it fun. Nah, every match feels rigged to make sure nobody gets stomped too hard. Except, of course, when Sweats manipulate system to get into bot lobbies. Step 2. Stop punishing good players. Somehow being good at a game has turned into a crime. If you play well, you get thrown into Sweatfest. If you play casually but still perform, you're accused of being a tryhard. If you just want to have fun, well, too bad. System decides you must now suffer. This mentality needs to die. Good players should be rewarded, not punished. Back in older FPS games, if you got dominated by a better player, you had two choices. Get better or accept loss and move on. Nah, people just whine about skill privilege and demand that every match be a perfectly balanced participation trophy experience. Nah, mate, that's not how competition works. Step 3. Call out Sweaty Twonks. We need to start separating real competitive players from exploit abusing sweatlords. Tryhards play properly, they grind, improve, and take fair fights. Sweats play dirty, they abuse mechanics, reverse boost, and ruin lobbies to stroke their ego. For players stomping you with skill, that's just competition. For players only stomping your cost of manipulating system, that's real problem. But instead of fixing that, developers just tighten SBMM and punish good players even more. Brilliant! And step 4, bring back proper matchmaking. Let's go back to old system. Casuals, random lobbies with mixed skill level. Just play it game. No stress, no forced balance, just fun. Ranked is strict skill-based competition. If you want a real challenge, go there. No more of this, every match must be perfectly even bollocks. Let gaming be fun again. At the end of the day, it's not just devs who need to fix this, it's players. If you're losing, don't cry about tryhards, get better. If you're dominating, don't farm casuals, challenge yourself. If you're abusing exploits, congratulations, yet problem. We need to stop blaming good players and start calling out real issues. Sweaty Twonks, SBMM overkill, and broken matchmaking system. Only then can gaming actually be fun again. Right, that's rant done, but now it's your turn. Where do you stand on Tryhard versus Sweaty debate? Are skilled players unfairly getting lumped with sweats? Or do you think some of them deserve backlash? I want to hear your best takes, worst take, and everything in between. So drop a comment below and let's get this discussion going. Want more rants, breakdowns and gaming discussions? Join Discord, where you can chat with like-minded gamers who actually get it. Follow me on X. If you enjoy gaming optics and calling out nonsense, you'll fit right in. Become a channel member, support channel and get access to exclusive perks. Plus you'll help keep these rants going. All links are in the description below. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and leave your comment below. Might just feature it in a future video. I'll see you next time, you magnificent.